Hey now, ladies and gentlemen. Hey now, hey now, hey now, hello, 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 hello. Hey now and a hey now, and a hey now to you. Welcome to hour number 3 of the line. Man, this show's flying by, baby. It's a flying by. Glad you could be here. Remember, talk995.com and the Talk 995 app. If you ain't got the app, dadgummit. That's the word of the day. You need to download it because not only can you listen to the show, you can watch the show, you literally gain superpowers when you download the app. That's a real thing. I've tested it out. So has John Bird.
I can fly now.
Yeah,
only when the app's open.
Yeah, his superpowers are when his IBS hits. He flies through the air.
That's right. I'm propelled
Superman.
through the air.
That's right. Anyway, we're bringing, at this time, on my good friend, and John Bird's good friend, one Matthew Murphy.
Matt Murphy.
Matt Murphy.
Man, I feel like John must want something because this is the 4th time that I've been told that John Bird is my good friend in the last, 8 hours.
Well, he does want to take
a
a trip
confused.
up there.
I'm a little suspicious. Come on. Bird told me he had a new ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, nothing's stopping me, buddy. Well, I'm going to put together
John,
a day. Yes.
Hey, John, how long have you had that new ride? How long?
A day.
A day.
Yes.
So you've had what? You've had a flat tire already?
No, you know what? That's the curse of the Mustang. Last night on the podcast, I wrote a song called Die Ford Die, and I was able to get that all out of my system. So that curse has left me forever, Matt Murphy.
I heard that the Ford dealerships around the greater Birmingham area are now offering, if you go in and buy a new Ford, they're offering a puppy. You know what? You know why they're offering a puppy?
Why?
Because they want you to have something to walk home with when your car breaks down.
Oh man, I love that one. I'm stealing that one.
I'm not a fan of Fords personally. I'm a Toyota.
I had an F-150. I had an F-150 that was great for about 5 years until they told me I needed a transmission. It was going to be $12,000.
Jeez, that's out of control, man.
What's up, fellas? I hear you had Burchett on.
Yeah, man, that was great.
Awesome.
I do not like bringing politicians on this show. I just, some of them are just stale and boring and. Just not a fan, especially those here in Alabama. You've probably got better ones up there, but Burt Chad is he's the best, man. He kind of just took over, which I thoroughly enjoyed. But you can tell he's got passion about what he does.
Yeah. How many, did you get a lot of dadgummits?
Yeah, there were several dadgummits in there. I also mentioned to him that you demanded that you get a dadgummit skateboard before I do. And he said he'll work on that.
Yeah. No. I'm always somewhere down on the list. But he's doing the dadgummit board. And we always have a dadgummit counter when Tim comes on the show because there's a lot of dadgummits to go around in Washington D.C. as you might expect. Nowadays seems a lot more dadgummits than it used to be. But anyway.
Yeah. Nah, he's
I'm glad y'all hooked up. Tim's one of the good guys. I've been having fewer and fewer politicians on too because I'm just tired of the same old. But Tim's one of the real deal guys. If we can get him in the Senate, the idea is if Marsha Blackburn is elected governor, then she's going to appoint someone to be the next senator from the state of Tennessee, and I'm very hopeful that it is Congressman Tim Burchett.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be the best. Then you could
And he told me yesterday, and I had him on my show yesterday, Andrew, and he told me yesterday that not only was he not a fan of John Thune as Senate Majority Leader, that were he in the Senate, that he would not support John Thune as Senate Majority Leader and not vote for John Thune as Senate Majority Leader. And I loved hearing that.
I like that. Now, he's got to be careful because Mike Rogers might try to take some shots at him, throw some fists at him if he votes against, the powers that be. But, yeah, I think that would be fantastic. Then you could take Glenn Jacobs, mayor of Knoxville, and put him in Tim Burchett's seat.
100% correct. Yeah, a lot of people were wondering whether Jacobs, and I can tell you all about that, whether Jacobs would run for governor. Glenn decided against it based on the fact that Marshall was running. And then naturally people, because of his relationship with Marsha Blackburn, and they have the same political consultant, Ward Baker, who is just a mastermind, not just in Tennessee, but across the United States. And I mean, the idea, no one's told me this, but the idea is if Marsha decides on Congressman Burchett, then Glenn Jacobs is a natural for that congressional seat out of Knoxville.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
I think that would be fantastic. That's my next Tennessee get for the show. I'm trying to load up on Tennessee politicians, not to steal your thunder or anything.
I can get you a hold of Jacobs. Glenn and I become friends. He and I joke around that I was potentially the only human being on planet Earth that wanted to interview Glenn Jacobs. And at the time that I set up the interview, I had no idea that he had ever been in wrestling.
Yeah.
People were like, oh, my God, you've got Kane on. You've got Kane on. I was like, no, I've got Glenn Jacobs on. Yeah, Kane. No, his name's Glenn. Not Kane, Glenn. Like, what are y'all talking about? And then I felt like an idiot when I realized it.
Well, that would be the problem with me because, I'd like to talk policy with him, but I would definitely want at least one wrestling story in there because I followed his majority of his career in wrestling as well. He was a big player in wrestling.
Well, no, he's huge, and I mean huge in heart. He's got the greatest heart for the United States of America. He's got the greatest heart for what made this country the wonderful, shining city on a hill, as Reagan said that it really is. But he is also a big SOB, man.
Yeah,
I got to get you in the room with him, Andrew. This dude is huge. I mean, he's just a large human being in every way, but he's a cool guy.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because we were kind of talking about it after getting off the phone with Tim about the outsiders coming into Congress or political office. And if you show me somebody that's been in Congress for 15 years and then show me some outsider that's never been in politics before, and that's the only two details you're going to give me, I'm probably going to go with the person that's never been in politics because as of late, it's seemingly been working out that the outsider is way better than the person that's been there forever.
Well, and it's one of the ways, and, you and I have discussed it, Andrew. I've talked about it a lot on my show. It's one of the ways that Donald Trump has changed the game of politics forever, right?
Yeah.
That, I don't care, most of my audience, most of your audience loves the man. I don't care if you love him or you hate him. If you cannot deny how he has shifted the political landscape permanently for the rest of our lives, and he has been one of the most influential political figures, not just in our lifetime, but I think in American history for that reason. If people don't put up with the BS anymore, we want authenticity. And sadly, even those that go up to Washington with the best of intentions, once they've been up there for 12 or 14 or 16 years, they get Washingtonized, they get corporatized, they get plastic. And people don't want that anymore. We want real people that are willing to address real issues. And people like Jacobs obviously exemplify that.
I think that was a big part in our races down here, a big part of the support for Jared Hudson. He obviously didn't win his race, but he got a lot of support, especially around this area. And there was, people liked his, accomplishments and the work he had done in the private sector, or I guess in law enforcement. But, he was an outsider as well. And I think people liked that, and it appeals to so many people. Unfortunately, he wasn't the Trump-endorsed candidate, so he didn't quite pull it off statewide. But both the outsider and the influence of a Trump endorsement are still so shockingly powerful.
No, there's no question. I mean, Donald Trump flexes his muscle, and really, we saw it yesterday in the elections in New York. I mean, there's a clear choice to be made. You folks can vote personality politics till the cows come home, But if you love what made America great, if you love free markets, if you love freedom, if you love liberty, if you love the idea of making decisions on the local level and not on the national level or on the corporate level, then you better vote for Trump-backed conservatives because the socialists are coming, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, they are coming. And last night, New York, it just identifies truly, I believe, the enemy of our system of government, and that are the liberals have now become socialists. They've tapped into this disenfranchised, blame everybody else victimhood mentality that the 20-somethings are carrying around with them. And you know what? Game on. Let's go. And I told people last night on social media, man, y'all better be ready to go vote in November. Otherwise, it's on you.
Yeah, they went 3 for 3 on Mamdani-backed socialist in New York last night, and that is not a good sign. You know, the idea of socialism creeping into American politics used to just be some right-wing talk radio conspiracy theory, and they would say those, they're crazy. Rush Limbaugh's crazy, Glenn Beck, whoever. They're just doing that for shock value. But no, they were right all along. And by the way, it's no longer creeping towards us. It's here. It's on the doorstep.
Well, and I love that, years ago, I mean, I'm old enough now, Andrew, that when I first started in all of this, you call a liberal a socialist, they're like, what? How dare you? I'm not a socialist. I just believe in different things that you do. I love my constitution, blah, 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 Nowadays, you call them a socialist, they're like, hell yeah, I'm a socialist. I'm like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
What? They're proud of it, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
my
Lord.
Proud of it. Now, on the good side, and this goes back to the outsider argument, at least Stefanik is not running for office. I think she was going to run for governor at one point, but then bowed out for whatever reason. They had the Trump-endorsed candidate in that primary when I think it's New York's 21st district. He's the CEO of Sticker Mule, and I'm not sure what Sticker Mule does outside of like print T-shirts because I actually bought a T-shirt one time that came from there. But this guy is a definite like Trump, all-out Trump guy. He actually, I think he ended up having to fight the city that he's located in, or his company's located in, because he put a big lit up vote for Trump sign on the top of his warehouse that overlooked the entire town. And they tried to sue him and make him take it down and all that kind of stuff. But he won that race in that primary in New York. I'm assuming, being Elise Stefanik's congressional district, that he can win that race. I don't know, but
yeah,
it's going to be it's basically going to be Trump candidates versus socialists. I mean, that's literally what we're looking at in November.
Well, and it's all it's all about whether or not the base of the MAGA movement turns out when Trump's not on the ballot. And the reality is that over the 10 years that we've been experiencing this movement since 2016, Trump's on the ballot. Trump supported candidates win. Trump is not on the ballot, and sometimes voter turnout, and maybe some shenanigans in some of these purple areas, but for the most part, voter turnout dictates that sometimes Trump candidates have a more difficult time. So I think the president is going to be fully engaged throughout the summer, hopefully,
to take over their party.
Well, and I've said, I said since the beginning, right, that if everything is an 11, it's kind of a Spinal Tap reference. I don't know if it, I'm sure John's old enough. He saw that movie. But if everything's an 11, nothing is an 11, right? So everything that Trump did was like this 6-alarm fire, and their heads were exploding as a result of it. And I'm like, you can't keep this up. You can't disagree with everything the man says every time he says something just because it's him. And by the way, I was wrong. After 10 years, they still are doing it. Everything the man says. I mean, the reflecting pool is a good example, right? That, Barack Obama tried to fix the reflecting pool, his administration, in 2011. It didn't work. They replaced the bottom of the pool with concrete. They tried to install a new pumping system, cost $34 million. There's still issues with the pumping system. Bottom line is this. It didn't work, and the media didn't care. They didn't cover it because it was the Obama administration. Now Trump is. I mean, I asked this question to somebody yesterday. Donald Trump is attempting to make the capital of the United States of America as beautiful as possible on our 250th birthday. That's like Andrew's having a birthday party for John Bird, and so Andrew cleans up his house prior to people coming over to his house. Who has a problem with that? Apparently the liberals have a problem with that.
It'd be like my wife walking behind me and just trashing the place as I'm trying to clean up on my big 40th birthday party.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's just absurd how anything Trump says, they take the opposite position. It's a knee-jerk reaction. They don't even think about what the subject is, you know.
How do you view, and we've talked a lot about this, and even my audience is split on the situation with Iran and the peace deal, the memorandum of understanding, ceasefire, whatever you want to call it. What's your viewpoint? Like, how are you seeing this play out over the next 50 some odd days?
I expect that we'll reach some sort of arrangement with the Iranians. They'll tell us what we want to hear, and they'll go back to business as usual. Look, I don't feel compelled to demonstrate my Trump bona fides every time I have a mild disagreement with the President of the United States. I don't think that we're going to agree 100% of the time necessarily. Despite that, when I talk about this issue, I get some hardcore supporters that just trash me. Whatever. Here's the bottom line. Donald Trump believed that he could achieve something that most people consider to be next to impossible, and that is a more permanent stability in the Middle East, and dare I say a peace in the Middle East, and a coexistence of these countries with Israel. It's been a lot harder than, maybe he was advised that it would have been. And his greatest strength is no asset to him in these negotiations. His greatest strength, whether he was as a business owner, as president of the United States, is to position himself in the best possible way to negotiate the best possible deal. He wrote a book on it, so he is a master at doing that. The problem is it does you no benefit when you're dealing with liars. And I do not believe that the Iranians are anything other than liars. I think they're going to tell us what we want to hear. It's a long way to say that if we can get the Strait back open and if we can secure that enriched uranium, that's a win, and we get out of there. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't have any faith that they're going to abide by any agreement that we enter into because they never have. Never have.
And even if they do, it's going to be short-lived because once Trump's out of office, they'll, at the very least, go back to doing what they do. So you've kind of, if you're Trump, you just got to kind of get what you can. But he's not only fighting, they had this war powers thing that they passed in the Senate in the middle of these negotiations. And even the Iranian negotiators look at our negotiators and they're like, what does that mean? And so, what do you say at that point? It's detrimental, but what's really detrimental is what the media does in the midst of this, and their reporting strictly relies on what Iran is saying and taking that as the gospel, just like the instance of they claimed that their negotiators walked out on J.D. Vance in Switzerland in protest of threats that Trump made on Truth Social. And they didn't. They never did. They were there for like 9 hours of negotiations. They're throwing this stuff out, and our media is just lapping it up and reporting on it as if this is what happened. And that's extremely detrimental to the negotiations, even if our goal is just to get what we can.
Well, it is a sad statement to make. And I'm sure that there are some within media circles that would push back on this, but I truly believe this, that if you got, the majority of the CNN group in a room, or the New York Times, or ABC, CBS, NBC, or any of these mainstream national media networks in a room, and you said, okay, you have to pick Trump or Iran, I think most of them would pick Iran.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they would. And so that's what we're dealing with. That's how much they hate Donald Trump. To wit, and it infuriates me. I can't help but get just angry about it, that the amount of coverage that they've given to this stupid reflecting pool story versus the amount of coverage that they've not given to Tulsi Gabbard's expose, we now know everything we thought about Anthony Fauci was true. He is a liar, and he is responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, with his refusal to tell the truth about what happened regarding COVID-19, and the mainstream media networks won't say a damn thing about it. They won't cover it. They won't say a word about it. And this is one of the greatest cover-ups in American history, and it's been fully exposed, and they won't report on it. Instead, they're worried about the ducks and the algae at the reflecting pool.
Yep.
It's just infuriating.
And they know their audience is going to eat that up too. So
Laugh
it was
it
a
up.
perfect
Laugh it
opportunity.
up.
And that was always going to be. They were going to find a story to use in order to dodge Tulsi Gabbard's exit and dropping these Fauci files. But, that's just what they do. As far as we're about to have to hit the break, and I know you got to go, but John Bird's new car, I mean, you want to talk about somebody that is just a completely different human being ever since he got it. I can see his ego inflating, and I'm trying to keep him, because people love John Bird. They want John Bird to stay John Bird, but he's kind of teetering on the edge of becoming
Well, I got the goatee working for me. I mean,
a high stepper, if you will.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll tell you what we'll do. I know how to do this.
oh my God, yeah, okay.
I know how to get him back.
No.
I know how to get him back down to ground level. Here's what we need. I'm gonna go to one of our fabulous hot chicken establishments here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm gonna ship you guys down some delicious hot chicken from one of these great places around. Prince's is the place I'm thinking. They're the OG hot chicken joint in Nashville. We get John Bird a little hot chicken inside of him. He gets the EGID, that's the extreme gastrointestinal distress. He's running to the bathroom. We just ground the man, remind him that he's still a guy that's got to run to the bathroom every once in a while during the radio show.
Yeah, I'm an old man with IBS.
That's right. All right, buddy. Well, we appreciate it, and we are going to make a trip to Nashville
Yes,
soon.
we are.
I know I keep saying it, but we're going to make it
And
happen.
I'm driving.
Go.
We're going to do
Let's
it.
go.
All right, buddy.
Go. I want to see that fine ride there, Bird.
Yeah.
All right, good to talk to you, man.
See you, boys.
See you, Claus.
See you, man.
There's Matt Murphy. Next segment, should I go downstairs and inspect your car?
Oh, sure.
When we get back?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. We'll come back normal, and then I'll exit and I'll go downstairs. How's that sound?
Good.
We're killing it today, dude. Killing it.
I don't know. It's just like they come to me.
So you want me to video my trip down here?
Yeah,
as well?
here's what we do. You have your one phone where you're going to be talking to us and describing it, and then you have your other phone that you can video the content.
All right, let me call in real quick.
Okay, we're going to test things.
Let's go. Talk 995 hotline. Once you get me on, you can block the phones again.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Calling in. There I am.
Talk 99.5.
It's me. It's me.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me do this. We're going to go. If you're just joining us, I'm going to go check out John Bird's new car.
So, yep, I'm going to bring you up as soon as you start walking out here. Make the phone active.
No, turn the phone on now.
What?
Here we go. You can hear me?
Yeah. You sound great.
Do I?
You
I'm
sound
using my AirPods.
What in the heck? Are you staying in the room? I mean, it's incredible.
Okay. All right. So I need my keys as well so I can get back in.
Yes.
And I'm videoing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is my first trip to go see John Bird's new car. Let's go do this. All right. I'm going to take the stairs. Otherwise, it's probably going to kick me off the phone if I go elevator, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We don't want that to happen.
No. It's exciting.
All right. This is the second time I've done this.
When was
Gone around the building on the phone while I'm on the air.
When was the first time?
I think AJ was producing, and it was a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it wasn't a holiday. It was some day, and like almost nobody was here. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to go around the building and figure out if there was, in fact, anybody here. And there wasn't. That was a long time ago, though. All right, here I am. Bottom of the step. Walking outside.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
Where are you parked at?
Do you see it? There's like a glow around it. If you turn to the right as soon as you come out, it'll be right there.
There it is.
It's gunmetal.
Oh, I see it. Gunmetal? Is that what color that is?
Yeah.
Oh, gunmetal. Good Lord, look at this thing. Nice shiny wheels.
Yes.
Dang, bro. Clean. Oh, I like that.
Yep, I put my mats in this morning.
So as far as unlocking it, you say I tap on the two lines?
Yeah, those little two lines there, just tap on them.
Go. Tap it twice?
Sure. Now open the door.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, my Lord, look at this.
Sit down, man. Sit down.
Let me get up. Why are you so close to the
Well, I mean, I'm still in the Mustang mode. I got to, work around that.
Oh, you ain't lying. This thing does have a new car smell to it.
It does.
Get all that room. Look at these compartments. What's a screen shimmy?
What?
You got Toy Story. What's a screen shimmy?
Oh, you don't know about that? I don't either.
No.
I don't know what that is. I got to finish.
Toy Story tissues in here.
Yeah. I always like
cool.
to keep those in.
Dang, dude, look at this. I like the dash too. You got like a lot of room under your radio. Look at that big screen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is nice. Yeah. This is nice.
And look at the back. And look at the back. I've got all the room to load up my equipment.
A sunroof. Oh my gosh, look at that sunroof.
Yep, plenty of room in the back there.
For all the ladies.
I can't.
Dang, bro.
Yeah, and it's just smooth.
It is. It's a nice ride. I am shocked that it has the new car smell. I thought you were just lying about that, but
No,
you haven't put any kind of air fresheners or anything in?
nothing. You're smelling like leather and new smell. I mean, it's, my dad kept it in a temperature controlled garage. Now I've got a cover customized cover that covers the whole thing. So when I park it at home, it will be covered, even though it won't be in a garage.
I just accidentally put your tag in the video. I don't know if I see that.
Dang it. That's all right. I can blur it.
Look at
Yeah. Oh,
Wait,
and by
you
the
have
way,
a third row?
yeah, you didn't know that?
There's a third row in here? That's it's basically a minivan. There's even speakers in the back of the door.
Oh, yeah, and they're
The
adjustable.
back of the hatchback.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
yeah. I mean, talk about a party. I mean, I can fit 6 ladies in that.
Oh, you can fit 8 women in this.
Probably.
Easy.
Yeah, I have a couple of
If
little
there,
ones.
if there are a couple of little ones, I mean, you could at least fit 7.5 27-year-olds in here. Easy.
Stop it. Don't. I mean, every age is beautiful.
That's, oh, yeah.
You're digging it. I
That's
can
nice,
tell.
cuz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're digging it.
I
can
really
tell.
like
Oh,
that.
and people on the
Beautiful car.
the text line and the YouTube chat are saying, put it on the screen, but we can't. What we're going to do is we're going to post it. Andrew will post it on his social. I'll post it on mine. Then we'll also post it on the Talk 995 Facebook and Insta.
Yes, we're going to do that. I'm going to airdrop it to you once I get up there. And that way you can do what you want with it. All right, I'm coming back up the
All
stairs.
right, here he comes.
I'm going to get a little winded because it's
No,
Big
you're not,
flights of
man.
stairs.
You're a man that can do it. You're a man dude.
I'm halfway there.
All
Let's
right.
go, baby.
Dang, you're kicking up those stairs, man.
Let's go. Almost there.
Almost. Come on.
My
you can do
thighs
it.
are burning.
There you go. That's a
I
good
usually-
feeling.
I usually take the elevator.
Here it
All
comes.
right.
I can sense it.
I'm very happy for you. I really am.
Thank you, brother. I'm going to take care of it. I'm basically saying that I'm not the only owner. It's me and Pop. So that helps me to take care of it.
Yeah, you got plenty of motivation to take care of this one.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, I'm back in the studio.
Okay.
I am winded, though. Whew. I think I tried to go up the stairs way too fast.
Yeah.
So, but.
Oh, I'm sorry. When you left, I put the whole thing on. I was dancing and stuff, entertaining.
No, it's nice, man. I really like it.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. So seriously, when we go to visit Murphy, I want to drive.
I think the most shocking part is the fact that you've got 3 rows. You got a third row in there. I really didn't know that.
Yep. I'll be honest with you. I had no idea.
Though you didn't know that you had a third row?
I didn't know because it's folded down. I was just like, dang, look at all that room. I didn't even know.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Thank you for letting me know.
I was looking at the back and I was like, the trunk area looks kind of strange. And I go back there and I'm like, dude, it's another set of seats.
Yeah. Well, when I would ride with my dad or drive, he always had that down. He didn't have the third row of seats.
Well, yeah, if you don't have people riding with you, I would leave it down. Looks better.
Yeah.
You don't want to run around looking like a soccer mom.
No.
But that's definitely a shaggin' wagon if I've ever seen one.
Oh, no. That's just going to be, it's, I'm not doing the one arm driving yet. It'll be probably a good while.
But think
I'm
about
doing
this.
The 10 and 2.
If you do stay out all night tonight with Morgan like you did last time,
Man.
you don't have to sleep in a BMW in a regular seat. You've got seats you can lay down. You can have you got a whole area to sleep. You go to a music festival or anything like that, like you've got a camper
Yeah.
in your possession.
If that were to happen, let's say, then she would have plenty of room back there. And then I would just lean back my front seat.
Or y'all can both sleep back there.
Stop it.
You're just
Stop it right now.
as friends.
You know I'm having lunch with her. Stop it. Please don't be listening.
She's in town, but fortunately, our tower's damaged, and so she probably can't pick us up yet.
Well, she can't pick us up in Vestavia. There's problems, real problems.
No, she's cool chick, and y'all will have
We
fun.
got great. I mean, man, our people are just everybody else in the world sucks except our people. Well, I don't mean it like that, but you know what I mean.
No, I agree with it. I actually agree with that 100%. All right, so let's do this now that we've got the official John Bird Yoda review out of the way.
Yes, that's what his name is.
Let me hit this break, and we'll come back on the other side. First, though, I want to tell you about Mandu, MANDUU.com. See how quickly I caught my breath after going up 6 flights of stairs?
Yeah, you did.
It's because of Mandu. Yeah, I did get a little winded because I'm not used to the stairs, but I'm fine now. Look at me. Because of Mandu, baby.
Nice, even breathing.
And can't wait to get back in there. I took a couple days off just because I had a bunch of stuff to do, but I'm going to be back in there in no time, getting my workout on, just feeling great, getting those endorphins going. 15-minute workout. That's all it is. And you, yes, you can try it for free. I don't care if you're a man, woman. I don't care if you're 18 or 80 years old. Mandu is for you, and you get to try it for free and see if you like it. If you don't like it, that's fine. No harm, no foul. But I really think you're going to enjoy it, and if you do it, you're going to see results very quickly. You're going to be losing weight, building muscle, feeling better overall. For those of you that are on a bunch of medication because your doctor, your high blood pressure, and all this other stuff, you may even see that stuff correct itself. I did. That's the only reason I'm saying it, because I lived that experience. I went to the doctor and got a physical, and he's like, you don't even have high blood pressure. You got the resting heart rate of a well-trained athlete and all this other stuff. And I'm like, good Lord. He's like, what are you doing? Mandu. He didn't even know what that was, but I explained it to him. So try it out, man. You ain't got none to lose by trying it out. Go to the website, get all the information for 3 different locations, whichever one you want to use. Homewood, Huntsville, Tuscaloosa, and sign up on the website to get that free session, or you can call them. All the phone numbers are there. Remember, MANDUU.com. That's MANDUU.com. Those jerky motions you're doing is what my cat does before it throws up.
Really?
Yeah. Kevin says, don't ride around looking like a soccer mom. Ride around with soccer moms.
Ooh.
Or park and put them in the back.
Boy, what I do in my Toyota Highlander Limited stays in my Toyota Highlander Limited.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not going to ask any questions. I don't want to know what you're doing.
You're gonna be riding around enjoying life. That's what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going to happen. All right, if you want to get in, 205-545-9950 as we talk about midterm, or I keep saying midterm primaries. The crazed individuals, and in particular, one individual that is going to be replacing Jimmy Kimmel for a couple of months, or at least she's kicking off the carousel of hosts that's going to be filling in for Jimmy Kimmel. One, Rosie O'Donnell, was on the Jim Acosta podcast, and she made it known that not only is Donald Trump going to cheat in the upcoming midterm elections, but he cheated in 2024, and Kamala actually won the presidency.
Most people are very, very, very shocked, scared, and absolutely astonished that he is the president of the United States. And I think I am too. I mean, part of the reason that I left is I never in a million years thought we would put a convicted felon who tried to start an insurrection back in office. Right. How did that happen? I don't think it happened. I think Kamala won. I do.
Interesting.
And I think that we're going to find all this out. It's going to come out. And it's I'm not the first person to say this. There are all these researchers who are saying it. I read it online again today. And, you know, the Elon Musk of it all, what did he do for Donald that was able to give him back all that he gave him back? What did he do, you think, for the Donald in that election?
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I mean, especially now that he won. I mean, it is hard to believe that. I mean, I tend to, maybe it's because I'm old fashioned, and patriotic and grew up in this country, watching, Tom Hanks and Saving Private Ryan. I would never think that something like that could happen. So I tend to trust it. But I do worry he's going to try to steal the next one.
Well, I don't think he's going to try to steal it. I think he's going to come up with some big tragedy. We're going to have an event here in the United States in some capacity, maybe another assassination attempt, and he's going to declare that the elections are off. That's what I think is going to happen, because that's in the fascist playbook. And what they're doing by having that Blanche idiot say that they're going to send out ICE on election day.
Incredible.
Saying it blatantly in the broad daylight. Yes, that's what we're doing. We're sending out ICE out in force on election day.
Yeah.
And as if it was not the biggest story in America that they just threatened every person of color at the voting booth.
Prolific thoughts.
What an
prolific
talking
thoughts.
Points. They cannot say anything without throwing in some talking points.
Well, if they're so scared of Donald Trump stealing an election, how about getting voters to verify who they are when they go to the voting booth? Because if you do that, then, maybe, because she says Kamala won. Kamala won the election. She got more votes, but Donald Trump cheated. So if you're insinuating that there were some shenanigans going on, why not make sure everybody proves who they are and only legitimate voters vote? That way, that it was fairly done. How about that? There's an idea. This old, tired argument about Donald Trump's not going to leave office in 2028 or beginning in 2029 it's tired. Like, people are, he left the office after the insurrection. So why would you think? And he was he was very adamant about that election being stolen, yet he left office. So, what proof do you have to provide that Donald Trump is not going to leave office when he's not even running for reelection? Do you think he wants to do 4 more years of this? 4 more years of dealing with you lunatics with assassination attempts? No wonder he still wants to do it now. Thank God he does. Thank God he's a patriot. But most people would not be able to deal with the level of insanity that the left provides. And it's the same individuals, as Matt Murphy was talking about, the reflecting pool, that drive those individuals to vandalize stuff that beautifies the nation's capital. And in some cases, the very city that those people live in. Tearing up the reflecting pool. The Department of Interior yesterday released some never-before-seen footage of vandals at the reflecting pool, seemingly cutting the liner at the bottom. You can see them reaching down in there and keeping their hands in the water for, a couple minutes, and then another person comes up in the same area and gets down in there and starts doing something. It's obvious that's what they're doing. Which means the media was wrong on this just naturally happened. It was a job that was done so poorly that it just fell apart once they put water in it. Jonathan Carl out there grabbing pieces of the ripped liner and holding it up. It seems as if Donald Trump's plan has fallen apart. While the algae may stay, the sealant is not. The media gets it wrong every single time. I don't know why anybody would take their word at anything. They get literally, not exaggerating. They get everything wrong. And they still keep chipping away. Keep it on. Because that's the way propaganda works. It's Propaganda 101. You don't tuck your tail and run away when you get proven wrong. You just keep on lying. Lie on top of lie on top of lie.